everybody knows what it is, but my baby father is secret tonight. So I'm trying to be respectful, for all four of our kids, Metaphor and Rick and Cal. Okay, Metaphor. Oh, y'all see what I did there? Oh, slick, right, right. But listen, when I tell you about wordplay, our feature for the night is like with the wordplay. Okay, he's gonna have you like hold up, replay, and listen, y'all gotta pick your battles. We can't have it play all night long. All right, so y'all gotta pick one. But I digress. We're gonna get into him soon. The reason why I started talking about him just a little bit is because, well, the way I do features at Post Within is a lot different than most open mics you use. And most open mics you go to, they call the feature up somewhere in the middle, sometimes at the end of the evening. Here at Post Within, we like to have the poet for dinner. I see what I did there. So we bring them up in the beginning as an appetizer. He's gonna do a couple of pieces that get told back. Then I bring him back up halfway through the show, and he's gonna give us our main course. Everyone say main course. Main course. So a couple of months ago, I switched up the format of Post for Dinner. Ordinarily, y'all would walk in, wash our hands, go eat, sit down, catch the itis, and leave out halfway through the show. And I didn't like that much because it kind of hurt my feelings at the closing circle when I want to pray for y'all and have y'all pray for me at the same time. It got to be equal exchange somewhere, right? So what I did was I met the itis where it was. Okay. I said itis, and itis said, I said, we're going to meet halfway through the show. So halfway through the show, right before I call him back up to do his main course, y'all going to eat your main course while he's doing it, all right? And then he's going to close the show out with dessert. Now, I don't know what dessert means to him. We've had all kinds of dessert before, but I like it sweet. So no pressure, you feel me? Also, just some little housekeeping real quick. I will be going live on Instagram. If you are interested in not being seen on my live, please make it known so that way I can stop the live before you get up there, because I understand some of you are great performing artists. Y'all got stuff that ain't copyrighted and all of that great stuff that makes you who you are. I'm gonna respect you, so please let me know so we don't have no issues. Artists, this is a commercial-free zone. This is very, very important because the people who you will hear pay for those commercials. And if they did not pay for the commercial, I promise you, they did something to do the commercial, okay? Including volunteering, including promote me. And like I said, also sponsoring the evening. Speaking of sponsors, everyone say, support the leaders! And I know you're wondering how you can do that, but throughout the evening, you can feel free to go around and talk to any of them, say, hey, how you doing? Let me buy this. You feel me? And then proceed to give them cash app, card, whatever form of payment we even take food stamps down. Y'all see the price of eggs, okay? Y'all see the price of eggs. Okay? So we take the food stamps down there. But what I'm saying is, like, support the arts, even if you don't have it on you tonight, you realize life be life in, but you can share life for free. You can like a page for free. You can follow someone for free, so at their minimum, if you can't do anything else in the world for me, support them by following them at their minimum, okay? Your life and support takes them further than it does Walmart or Saturday. I promise you, okay? So that was background rule. So, yeah. I feel like there's something important that I'm listening. Oh, yes, the rules, okay? There's three real rules, okay? Real rules. These are my rules of life. These are my rules of Post for Dinner. And if you respect these, we are cool. If you don't, then I'm just pray for you. All right? Number one is eat, damn it, okay? Yes, you have to wait to eat actual food. I get that. However, throughout the evening, you are going to hear a lot of artists. You're going to hear a lot of people. I should say that because this platform is for people as well. Even if you do not professionally perform, you can come up here and say, look, I had a rough month. I had a great month. Look, I hit $1 million in here's cash. Especially that part. Especially that part. But seriously, this platform is for any and everyone. You don't know what people are going through, or as they say, we don't talk about Fight Club, so you don't know what people fight clubs are. Okay? So allow them space to be themselves, and that means for you, Take what you want, leave what you don't. Same way as if you go to a buffet, you won't go up in there and talk about, ew, I don't eat squid. You just walk past the squid and go straight to the fried chicken. I'm not profiling, I'm just saying. Let's just do that, okay? Eat what you want, leave what you don't. Because you then don't go around the restaurant talking about, oh my God, you really sitting there eating spaghetti. We have a buffet and you eat spaghetti. No, what you do is you take your plate, you go sit down, and you enjoy yourself. And I'm expecting, I'm appreciating, and I'm asking you to do the same here. So eat, damn it. Rule number 2, respect the mic and or non-mic. Personally, I am a non-micer because I like the authentic acoustic. However, my great DJ Tip Cloud, pleasure up to him. He does dope grown-up shit like has mics and shit, right? So you can feel free to spread that. As artists, if you have music or anything, make sure you find your way over to him before you are called. And considering the fact that we have this bowl. Woo! Clap up the bowl. Okay, you just jumped out. The way this bowl is set up, right? I don't get to choose who goes first, middle, or last. The bowl does, so please don't be mad at me. It's just how it's set up.
You might get a lot of
Maybe I already did that. You would. So it's cool though because we was here. So all right, when you come up and it's your turn to perform, please reach aside this list, pull the name out, call their IG. Because remember, we are commercial free, so let us follow them. Artists, I promise you, we're not going to remember your commercial anyway. It's better if we follow you and see it on our For You page. I promise you, it works out a lot better. And we get to go straight to the link. You feel me? You see how that goes hand in hand. So again, artists, make sure you shout out their IG information as well as the name. And if you're uncomfortable with it, that's what I'm here for. I am the hostess, the mostest, so I will do so. Okay? Respect the known mic or microphone area. And last but not least, love on. I ain't leave you. Love on. I say. So what that means also is, again, we have people in Fight Club. Okay? We have people who need love. If you cannot do anything out of love, I ask you to not do anything at all to protect yourself and do what you do love. Okay? At the end of the evening, you're going to see me post thank you for all those who made it, those who did. And the reason why I thank the people who did is because they knew consciously they could not come out and add to our evening, so they stayed away. And that is a blessing in itself. Okay? So please understand, if you are hosting an event, if you are hosting a show, if you are doing anything in this motherfucking planet that expects people to show up, thank God for the people who go. Okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, it's a blessing in itself. Speaking of which, let's talk about people who did show up. Let's talk about people who did show up. Come on, y'all. Let's start loving on this man right here. Our feature for this evening is Mr. Aloneness. Okay, and when I tell you that this wordsmith is about to cut the words and slices and give it back to you and dice it and put it back together and make it all sense, this gentleman, I'm just trying to give y'all a peek, okay? Just a peek, because I'm going to give y'all a real introduction once it comes time to it. I don't go around calling people my baby fathers or boyfriends like these because I'm full like that, okay? I don't do that, all right? No way, shape, or form. But the men who I do call my boyfriends and baby fathers, they know I don't do that in no way, shape, or form. And they love me anyway. They show up for me anyway, and they know that the dirtiest word that they can say to me is help. And they fucking do it. Okay? So I want y'all to love on this man who did not even have to know who the fuck I was. And he still opened the door for me and carried my bag and forced me out the motherfucking way. Okay? So please love on Aloneness!
That's hilarious. Yeah, she hates asking or saying help, and that's what she was saying, so we do that anyway. I can no longer afford to play because it's not a game. These days, I can't take off. I just gotta take off because I can only afford to go. So if you see me tripping, bugging, or wilding, I finally got my ancestry test results. It's little Nigerian, Cameroon, and Congo. I was just trying to get in touch with my roots. I already know I'm cut from a different cloth.
Word.
And when I say get in touch with my roots, I don't mean that 8-hour marathon. Similar to when I have a lot to say, I just don't say it in a lot of time. I say a lot in the time that I have. I can no longer afford to play unless it's words with friends I've made along this poetry journey. Woo! On that yellow brick road, the way showing courage, bearing my heart. And as far as my brain, I tend to either perform out of my mind or struggle to get the right words out of it. So either way, I guess I'm a lost nigga like Loaded Lux's third round. Ooh. Or a lost N-word like edited Tom Sawyer books. Or a lost boy like Mr. Cheeks the way I'm showing my ass. So I guess it's back to Africa like, nah, if I ruled it now, if I try to go back and say I'm a lost one, am I too late? Are y'all following me? You sitting on that Laurel Hill with me? I can't stand it. I can no longer afford to play. But if I play my cards, everything after this will be better. I like this poem, but I basically wrote it in one day. And these days, I can't allow my monotone to be confused with mundane, excuse me. So even though my wordplay is not the same in my different poems, in this poem, I've already referenced words, play, so wordplay can get redundant if wordplay is the only thing I'm known for. And that's why I like to get straight to the point sometimes. For example, man, fuck that bitch. And Chappelle showed me that keeping it real goes wrong, so therein lies the conundrum, which is my favorite drum. So I guess it's back. Nah, I see y'all faces. Some of y'all with the shit. You was like, ooh, he said, fuck that. Wondering who, like an owl, but I'm trying to be wise, like an owl, so I'll refrain from elaborating, but subtly I will belabor the point because I'm gonna be in labor for like 12 years a slave. So I guess it's back. No, that was American, and I ain't never seen that movie, so it's really bad. Fuck that bitch. So I can no longer afford to play because I have to pay. So these days it's time for me to get paid. I already referenced cards, so this next part is my postcard. So I need my delivery to be up there with my wordplay and my real talk. Real talk, man. So listen, when people do the niggas ain't shit poem, I don't never feel no way about it. So I don't need nobody in this room to take that one personal. This is personal for me. And although I primarily write for myself, I do still like to deliver something that hits home. And this just hit me. Y'all didn't, I guess they go, well, y'all didn't pay to see me. And this is pause for dinner, so you didn't pay, but some of y'all gonna choose to donate and you see me. So I foresee the foreshadow of my future. I need to go above and beyond because while I'm not above being a feature, I'm definitely looking beyond to figure my future out as a speaker. So a Chappelle show again, because I'm just trying to diversify my bonds, nigga. Because I figured if I can find 12 streams that pay, I can do something about these 12 years.
Yeah.
Lessons from the past, and I opted not to miss them. I say it's not a problem. My subconscious has got it in it. I thank God that all of my bosses didn't treat toxic as an incentive, but the black ones did. Now, there's a place for it, but tonight I ain't gonna do a being black in corporate America poem. So I said, now that I'm over it, I think about the times where I said I was over it, but possibly wasn't. I've only been in love with black women, which means I've had my feelings hurt and heartbroken by black women, but it's all good. Definitely not jaded. More than likely, the next one I'll fall for is a black woman. But I'd be lying if I said that I didn't dread that she put that same fuck shit that the mother women niggas did. I hope in my next doesn't have a lot of X in it, I'm cautiously optimistic because there's some lessons from the past, and I opted not to miss them. I say it's not a problem. My subconscious has got it in it, and it'd be false if conflict is all that I thought that she is given. So speaking of this given, if the next 2 or 3, now, if my experience with the next person that I voluntarily choose to be with leads me to say, just like the rest of them, ladies, help me out. It's giving. So let me give a summary. At first I was in it, and then I was out. Evolved and got over it. Now it's possible that I was over it, but was still too close to it, and that burning building was smoldering when I was inhaling the smoke, and that's not healthy. So I think it's safe to say that the Aries cancerous, and that's crazy because old girl was an Aries and the other one was a Cancer. Now, this didn't make me feel no kind of way about no zodiacs, but I just realized I need to read my signs better. Thank you. Okay. It's like they don't apply to you. All right. So yes, that was our appetite. Is it or is it? Is it? I think it is. It is. All right. I was making sure you ain't need that for me. So. Oh, okay. Right. Definitely welcome. I appreciate the support of Johnson. So I want us to keep that energy all the time, regardless of professionals somebody getting up with personal knowledge. All right. We're gonna get this started. We're gonna test that out. Our first individual coming up to perform is Jupiter.
Oh, Jupiter 007. All right. I've seen the smiling advertisement, small frame body placed in a wrapping or case or shell or skin or shirt 3 sizes too big. I've heard the reviews, I've heard the ratings, and the rumblings underneath my ribs. See, that's not why I signed up. Over time, I became heavy with childhood colored clutter, nostalgia and nausea and nauseum. Pound for pound, I became strained. Messy with mutilated muscles memorizing used to be. Reciting you so sweet. And usually I just be happy to be used or pleased, so I did. I joined, I am now officially a dead weight watcher. See, every meeting we talk about dreams and goals and loss and journeys, working out of spite and repetition until failure, but mostly we just talk about eating. Or rather how not to, and honestly, interrogate my intake irrelevant for real. Like simple carbs and complex conversations camouflage themselves as whole foods on my plate. It might as well be a whole stew on my plate. See, it's hard for me to digest the fact that I'm so unhinged. I'm sorry. Scratch that my jaw be so unhinged. I swallow dumbbells like gum, chew on red flags like tobacco, all while tornado sirens get caught in my windpipe just trying to whiz the bricks out of this yellow belly. I've been asked, don't you want to fit into that skin, fit into those jeans, fit into that heart, fit into that box? Don't you want to clean up this mind, clean up this body? And I always reply, I refuse to burn fat. I'm sorry, my fault. And I always reply, I damn sure won't burn fat. I can't afford to lose. The winter is coming. And something sacred got to stay in stocks to feed the flame. If only I could feed it with my yearning. If only I could feed it with my desire. If only I could feed it with myself. If only I could learn to feed anything other than myself. See, I am a dead weight watcher because I'm also sentiment scavenger, known to search for. I'm also sentimental scavenger, known to search for love in the wrong places at the right time. See, I've been known to pick bones out of my sweet tooth and cough up specks of belonging and bated breath. I am also a dead weight watcher because I don't understand portion, nor control,
Come
or
on.
any amalgamation of the two. I will always be ready for a snack or your tears or that story about that one time. I will never not be ready for a meal or remembrance of these scars or a flashbang film. Document all the hits I've stuffed in my cheek just so I could get up from the table. See, I'm also a dead weight watcher because obese sound too close to obtuse. Because the scales don't never seem to tip in my favor. Because mama said I was heavy-handed, said I was heavy, said hand her my fork. Question: will I recognize myself when the excess is gone? And that's what
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry, one more time. Drew, you know what time it is.
Listen.
Alright, our next person. Oh yeah, and I didn't even say it. Please, like, let our artists hear something like before and during. I'm sorry, during and after. All that for real. Unless y'all are nervous. If y'all are like, no, let me get through my piece. I don't need no interruptions. Like, let the crowd know. But other than that, we definitely showing love. Our next person coming up is DS Novell.
Yeah, that's me. What's up, guys? All right, so, second round. I'm not sure.
You don't need that mic now.
So I might just need this mic because I know this is supposed to be dinner, but I do a lot of music. See, I'm a DJ, right? So I'm a music guy. So I want to do a song for you guys. Can I do that? Yeah. All right, so the name of the song is just called Pushing. So we just play around. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Right there it is. Push it, 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 push it. That's it, just like magic. I won't even look it. Got to cook it. Can't stay down forever. Got to keep it pushing, keep it pushing, keep it pushing. What's down the drop? Can't go back and change the track. Just keep it pushing till the war is won. Just keep it pushing, pushing. We gotta turn up a little bit, right? I always knew I had it, just had to go and grab it. Shake off some bad habits, shake off some bad habits. I always knew I had it, now I gotta go get my glasses. What matter is what I'm after, now I have to make it happen. I'm about to keep it pushing. Yeah, big time players make things on plays, and big time money got billions of ways to do big things for the real big screen. Put this story on a real big screen, big dreams. What are yours? Me, I wanna be in the music industry, so I keep pushing, pushing. I'm trying to hit your ear up before with the same time we build it, but we gon' keep it pushing though. That's it, just like magic. I wanna be looking, got to cook it, can't stay down forever. Got to keep it pushing. Y'all be sleeping bad, magic, come on, creeping. Stay alert, don't be easy getting hurt. I spent some time to my rap music, yeah, it's one of a kind. It's like hip hop and survive. Where my up at the go high. They say hi, they start pushing, and the whole loaf is why. I got the ball in my hands, running into my little hand. I want to get it if my teammates want to push it. Got the ball and started pushing, yeah, we want because we pushing. Pushing, 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 pushing. That's it, just like magic. I wanna be good looking, got to cook it, can't stay down forever. Got to keep it pushing, keep it pushing. All right, yeah. I appreciate y'all. All right, so next, coming to the host for dinner stage is Love Poet 18.
It's a short piece. It's called My Jamaican Guy. My Jamaican guy be funny, be making me laugh late at night when we should be asleep. He finds my navel right center base with his thumb, allows his fingers to roam up or down from there. He caresses and rubs in all the right places. He knows exactly what he wants, but is still patient enough to wait. My Jamaican guy be all eyes, never takes them off of me, watches me move around the room like he be radar to my move. He be all heart, telling all truth. We exchange dialogue like wind through tree branches. He be serious. He be about the real and understands our time be precious, so we don't waste a second. My Jamaican guy be soulful, be rhythm and blues, be calypso, be reggae, be jazz or pop. And he sings to me, holds me from behind and sings in my ear, plants kisses on my neck. He be making me feel real good, like air and sunshine do, like toes in the water, in the sand do. My Jamaican guy be black as night, smooth skin like a cashmere blanket wrapped around me. And when we snuggle up, I be safe inside his arms. My Jamaican guy say, "We want to get used to this." I say, "Me too."
That was just a compliment. I mean, you want to read it, so everyone's still up.
Okay. There is good coming your way. Keep your head up and just survive the day.
And I have a couple more cards left for any artists. I got you. Anybody else you want to come through?
Okay, coming to the stage, LMC.
All right. I'm not a writer, I'm a lighter. All I create is fire. I'm the best man, no wedding. Because I stayed up at night penning, my rhymes must be nice like Light Jennings. Just lead for the best and nobody else. Like a nigga that get no pussy, I can only play with myself.
I think what you had said was. What you had said?
I'm not a writer, I'm a lighter. Because all I create is fire. I'm the best man, no wedding. Because I stayed up at night penning, my rhymes must be nice like Light Jennings. Just lead for the best and nobody else. Like a nigga that get no pussy, I can only play with myself. Oh, the ass is the dope. Damn it, I am. Only person that can send to beat me is me. Like the Gemini man. I'm a cat. I stay with two things like the cat in the hat. Any MC got beats that they feel like starting.
Two things like cat in the hat.
Altered carbon. I never lied on my dick. Always kept it 100. I hit her from the back so she can't say that I fronted. The shit I say don't make sense. You can't smell it. You never seen or heard a nigga like me. Helen Keller. Let me see.
No, sir.
How long the feds been on you? A nigga been woke. Yeah, I got insomnia. My rhymes are intense, but they ain't sleeping outside. The opposite of a car on hydraulics. Shorty's always down the ride. I was placed on a mission. You just facing eviction. Only time you seen the key was to start the ignition. I make climate change on Earth without carbon emissions. I need a bad joint that stay in the mirror, like a doll after dark or a cake here. You want to say something meaningful, something you can take home and carry out. Not just a great poem. I put the beam on you, like a gymnastics mat. Born to alcoholics, my zodiac is cognac. Hey, let's see. I'm no crossing guard, I'm a trafficker. Ain't seen this many chains and whips since we was stolen from Africa. Selling crack. And I got the 9 right here, homie. I'm ahead of my time because I got 25 to life here on me. But the zeros in your account balance, I'm wild and the muzzle flash like Barry Allen. I'm like Leviathan and Poseidon. I put in work, then got rid of the 4-5 like Joe Biden. Your trust fund babies that never had to hustle much. Same niggas hesitating to get involved like double dutch. Ain't no rhymes harder than mine. I got bars and lines like the DC sign. Exclusively, the streets choosing me. I seen more keys than music sheets. Seeing you losing is amusing to see. Only thing you ever brought to the table was a booster seat. At 14, selling pills and writing poems. The whip black, but had that white girl on the side like Candace Owens. Nowadays, you see these guys in a Lamborghini with a model, but I've been getting money since Christina was a genie in a bottle. These top 5 lists, I should be constantly on them. And I ain't even school y'all niggas yet like Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yo, before we go to the next part, just quick announcements, real quick. Something I have to say this in the beginning, and y'all gotta brain my brain, not my heart, I swear. So we have a on-site violinist, okay? And if you need, not even if you need this, would like from a company, y'all know her. His name is Noah Stone, okay? So all you gotta do is just wake up and he'll come up there and you know what it's doing. Give you a little bit of life, all right? Yeah. Now,
Prince Marty is in next.
yes, Prince Marty. I see you was from the dance.
Yes, I was putting in work last night. First off, my name is Prince Marty. I also go by the Little Prince. Last night, I did teach my first hip hop class. I had my own dance company called Little Dance Entertainment, where you come and get the shine on. My next class is next month on February the 25th. Post, flyer will be posted soon. All right, so this piece is called "What You Looking At."
Yeah.
What you looking at? You're looking at a man who is making a name for himself. You're looking at a man who is standing out on his own and spreading his wings. What you looking at? You're looking at a man who was bullied as a child, traumatized and hurt. You're looking at a man who was ridiculed and played for a fool, but I never let any of those incidents get to me because I'm still standing on this earth.
Come on.
What you looking at? You're looking at a man who has style, class, and stand going from head to toe. You're looking at a man who has an amazing, handsome brown skin color, and you're looking at a man who has goals and dreams ahead of him. Yeah. What you looking at? Oh, I'm gonna tell you. You're looking at one of the most dominant dancers in all of Bmore City, who was making history all day, every day. You're looking at the Little Prince. You even looking at the EST of dance. The rough is the strongest, the toughest, the fastest, the quickest, the greatest, the glowest, the baddest, and the B to the E to the S to the T. Okay? My message is for y'all to take a good look at yourself in the mirror every day and ask yourself, what you looking at? And let everyone know who you are and what you are before anyone misjudge you. So I'm gonna ask you one more time. What the fuck you looking at? I have another one for y'all. I'm always reading it, so some of y'all already know. This one is called Black Glow Magic. There's a unique story behind the skin. You may look at me as a young black 28-year-old prince, but what you see is a person who is embracing his melanin skin color. So my only magic is Black Glow Magic. You may see me as a young black artist who's out here making a name for himself, but what you see is a man who is glowing. So my only magic is Black Glow Magic. You may see me as this happy-go-lucky guy, the loving, caring person who likes to have fun and make people smile, but what you see is a man who is out here shining. So my only magic is Black Glow Magic. I'm a young black man who is blessed and highly favored. I'm a young black man who is out here making history all day, every day. I'm a young black man who don't give a fuck about what people say about me because sticks and stones may break my bones, but words cannot bring me down at all. So my only magic is black glow magic. This is my message. To all my amazing, intelligent black men out there, you are awesome, talented, strong, smart, and wise. Keep doing what you're doing out there. Keep making history, not just for you, but for our children out here. So my only magic, say it with me, fellas, black glow magic. To all my luscious, intelligent black women out there, you are beautiful, powerful, sexy, smart, and phenomenal. Keep doing what you're doing out there and keep on making history, not history, history. So my only magic is what, ladies?
Black glow magic.
That's right. There's only one true magic for me, and I'm worth it. So my only magic is black glow magic.
Yeah.
All right, coming to the stage is I can't even see this. A glowing poet.
Oh yeah.
You the shit.
Thank
If no one has ever told you. And it has nothing to do with how many followers on Instagram your craft is exposed to. Or how many likes you get when you post a reel of you spitting jewels. You the shit because of your intentions behind what you do. You don't hit stages to entertain or to have more people know your name. You don't chase mics to get features. You ain't out here after fame. You don't switch up your flow to keep up with those moving in a direction opposite of God's instructions for you. You stick to God's path and you like glue. You don't let hand claps and snaps validate you. You know what you were sent here to do. You're shit because people admire you. And you ain't got to force connections because God's favor is on you. And when possible opportunities turn into rejection, just know God is protecting you. You're doing the Lord's work, so every venue isn't going to be a safe environment for you. Not everyone is going to embrace you, but that's okay because there's no one on earth like you. And remember, there's more sides of you God wants to use. Don't box yourself in with just one tool. God needed you here so you could do what no one else could do. You the shit because you don't try to be like anybody else but you. And don't get caught up in thinking someone is further than you. Comparing your gift to what someone else has should really be a sin. You got too much black demon from within. Stop and remind yourself that your gift isn't about you. You touch hearts and shake burns you to shit because you allow God to speak through you. That's why you don't got a bigger soul to share your art and close to you. God is the only one who can promote you. Because you don't want to ever get to the point where God has to humble you. He gave you that gift, so seek direction as you navigate it. It's easy to feed your ego if spirit isn't leading. It's easy to get addicted to attention if it isn't God that you're seeking. And it may come to a point where you feel like God is hiding you, like you're not getting the credit you deserve with all that you do. Just remember, the right people will always notice you. You naturally glow everywhere you go, but sometimes your light is just a little too bright. And you know darkness be hating on light. But you the shit because you don't ever dim your light. Even when you get discouraged, you don't stay stuck. You allow God's word to fill you back up. So when God calls you to be still, listen. That's his way of getting your attention before the world abuses it. And don't ever think you're missing out when God nudges you to sit some things out. While he's working behind the scenes, he wants to do more work in you, and you can't go to the next level if you aren't willing to let him prepare you. But you're obedient, so God will always have you in the right position, put you in any room, and there's simply no competition, and no one has ever told you shit. A glowing poet, if anyone wants to call me. What is it again? A glowing poet. The next person we have is TKO.
All right, so I'm gonna pull her back up. Let me get my life together because the little pulling has been being serious. Like, shit. Okay, it's January. It's January. I'm getting that was real. I'm pretty sure that most of y'all saw the post around that is until April, and then I'm in the post today. In April will be 11 years. I've been doing poetry since I was 13. For the first time ever, I'm telling you the truth. That's 20 years. And for 20 years, I've overextended myself to beyond breaking. And I've gotten to the point where my cup is so empty, it's cracked. And I can't even hold my real life together. And I can't allow myself, under no circumstance, to keep wearing a smile and keep faking. If I'm telling y'all to be real. I'm telling y'all to show up and love on somebody. And if you can't abstain, I'm showing up and faking love. When I started out doing post for dinner, I started out completely just genuinely just wanting to feed people. And then I noticed that it really brought people together and allowed me to spend more time with my mom that I didn't. If you know me growing up with my mom, it was not a good relationship. But I know that every last Sunday of the month, even if she didn't show up, she would call me and say, Grace, you running late. And I'd be lying to y'all if I told y'all, coming to post to dinner and not seeing her doesn't hurt. I'd be lying, because it does. Even with the bag that my wife gave me, showing up without her hurt. Because it takes 4 people to do what she did. And every month, I'm trying to force myself to pretend like none of that matters. But it does. I'm only saying April because I already scheduled features for the next few months. And that's it. That's the next few months. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna give everything that I fucking got. I'm gonna be on time every month. And we're gonna get the shit together so that way in April, even if April is the last show, or if I do decide to do it annually or whatever the fuck happens, I know for a fact that I did every fucking thing that I could. And this time I did it for the original and the right reasons, and not for those lost my type thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. After I lost my mom, after I lost my wife, that's what I started doing this for. Because I needed some kind of love. I needed something to make me feel like I was alive still. And it's not enough. Because if I don't love myself like that, it's not gonna come. It's just not. And to keep being honest, it's like, it's not just about money. Because I received donations which bought the food. And ironically, I still didn't have enough, so I had to go donate for it, like literally twice this week in order to be able to afford the space. And I realized that I've been doing this for a long time. Just scraping and scraping and scraping. And it's like, I'm grateful to hear that y'all are enjoying yourself. I'm grateful to hear that y'all are actually getting something out of this. But I can't do it if I'm not able to be human and experience. So I'm sorry about that, but I just had to get these tears out because I want us to really enjoy ourselves and have a great fucking evening, because that fucking piece was everything that I fucking need to hear right now. Because the way my soul has been fighting, I needed that. And I really thank you. Can I have you, please?
It's okay. We love you.
You are a living legend. And your vision don't need correction. From people who are capable of seeing the dream that has been assigned to your journey for you to believe in. When you have been given a purpose, people will talk about your growth so they won't feel worthless. They will set fire to your ambition just to distract you from your life's mission, but be great anyway. Show up and out every day, even if the audience is just you and your mom. Even when they saturate your legacy in their self-imposed drama, even when they curse you for not falling back, and it seems that you are always under attack, please keep going. Because there is no way in knowing whether you are on the brink of madness or greatness, so keep pushing. Even when you have run out of patience, believe me when I say this. Even when one door closes, there are opportunities in the hallway. So don't accept defeat at the end, even if you have to start over again. What is meant to be will be. And what isn't was never your cup of tea. Sometimes that no was the greatest blessing of them all, because your journey is far greater than any fall. So don't concern yourself with the success of the next man. Every failure that you have encountered has been a part of God's plan, and I can assure you that even the turtle finishes the race. Even if there's own time and there's own pace, because there's nothing fair about favor. But there's always trying for the spirit that refuses to waver, because then you are creating your own future and destiny. So manifest, do the work, and let it be. You are more than enough. Even when that road gets tough, even when the storms come knocking, there is a breakthrough that is hitting you away despite all attempts to stop things. Don't you know that you are magic? It's not rhetorical, y'all. Did you know that you was magic? I don't believe it. I know it's hard because I just had my. But I really want you to understand. You are magic. Your existence is magic. The fact that we're on this open rack in the middle of fucking space with no control over none of this shit, it's fucking magic. So again, I'm gonna ask, didn't you know you was magic?
Yes.
And there's a light in you that will make people hate you because they can't have it. Baby, shine anyway. Do you think the lion used to sleep over sheep, they say? No, they just rule the jungle, rinse and repeat, so don't allow others to place your hope on the back seat. You are a living legend, and your vision don't need no cosigner or correction. All right, so in all fairness, you see how I built the business, you back the fuck up. Okay? So before I call this artist back up to the stage, well, before I recall the artist to the stage, okay? I want us to just have a moment of noise. Y'all know I'm kind of like the opposite moment. I feel like you got to celebrate life with life, okay? So I don't care what kind of noise you make. You can stomp, you can scream, you can clap your hands, you can hum, whatever it is that you got to make some noise in this bitch. We're gonna make some noise in this bitch, okay? So I'm gonna count down from 3, and then we're gonna hold it for 9 seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1. So I'm back to this lovely microphone area, long mic area. I don't know which one she wants to do, but I know that she's dope as shit, and she's about to be dope as shit for you. And not only that, she's also the executive director of this wonderful area that we have. So y'all better motherfucking love on this person, okay? Clap it up for TK.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up, family?
What's
up?
Hey, who? What up?
Now, do y'all know the jacket rule yet? Nobody knows the jacket rule yet. All right. When I take this off, I'm no longer the ED. So, that intro, throw that shit. But right now, my name is VashtiBlue. I'm the executive director of this fine establishment.
Yeah.
We have some programs I'd like to tell you about. We have 3 major components. We have harm production. And the reason that's important is because 2 days ago, someone overdosed in this building and the life someone saved his life.
So if you're interested in saving a life, because that can happen anywhere at any time, please come and see me after the show. I'll be happy to give you a prescription and teach you how to do it. So now with that heavy part out, right? With that, we also have case management and peer recovery classes. And so if anybody's interested in get those services, however. Then we have health and wellness, we have yoga and acupuncture and mindfulness. All of those services are we also have health circles where the doctors come sometimes with different people to talk about different health issues. Interested in that, holler later. And we also have the acupuncture community and auricular. So anything about that you're interested in, however, you need your education, GED, help with tutoring or computer classes, we got those too. So with that being said, welcome to Playbox.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Okay. All right. Julie said, welcome to Playbox, and welcome to PK. Period.
So this poem is a piece. Whew. So just raise your hand if you ever slept with a Latino. Just raise your hand. You'll understand more than anyone. Now raise your hand if you ever slept with a West Indian woman. All right. Now, like, raise your hand one more time if you ever slept with a Taurus.
Baby,
All right. So you're okay. All right. So most of y'all don't understand at least a piece of this. It's called warning. I've been warned. I've been forewarned of West Indian women and Latina women, of short women with short fuses, sharp tongues, and sweet faces. I know better than to play in the sand with the lights of. But here I am, on your playground, letting you push me around and tell me what to do and cuss me out in Spanish. With a motorbike around your neck and pour the water in your lives. Got me bathing in your handmade bath salts and eating your food. And I've been warned specifically about eating West Indian and Latino women's food when you are eating them. But I have left not a crumb on my plate like I have left not a drop inside of you. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure I found another witch because I'm bewitched. Because what if you are more like Linda than the wicked? And what if you are here to unlock my divine? And I'm pretty sure my spirit guides need to wake up and sign up for this shit. Pretty sure one of them is at least a little pissed. Because wasn't this supposed to be their vacation time? Their getaway from my mix and frustration time. But you feel so good to me, so safe and known and foreign. The ease I find when wrapping myself around you is telling. I've searched for armor to wear, but it melts when you smile at me. When you kiss me, and I meet the galaxy inside of me. I have trusted you, but have found no flags or warnings not to trust you, other than you are Latina and West Indian and short and a Taurus, so you got a short fuse, and you my kind of territory, and you. And I relate to your crazy and I am without fear. The dice taught me never to take a bisexual woman serious. They say, you will leave me for a man or have me fucking with No, but I don't wish to imprison you or inhibit you or shame you. Besides, my ex Teresa, a whole stud, left me for a man looking for Jesus. She only found undetachable dick. The dykes say that buys are disloyal. My ex-fiance cheated when I told her she could be both free and poly. So what does this rule mean to me? It's your honesty, consistency, and transparency. For you promised without me asking never to allow anyone to tell me of your doings, because you will perceive them in discussions. I, a Gold Star lesbian, can confirm that lesbians are no more dignified, or honest, or loving, and for sure not more trustworthy. I've been trained to only want to fuck you, but I desire to know. And I've been taught to be disgusted hearing of male lovers of my lovers, but I want you to feel free enough to share it all with me. Because these warnings seem more like projected fears from men and women who could never value an outspoken woman. One who would never be told to sit unless asked politely and properly. Men and women who've had the healing of Caribbean food and called it devilry. Them. That can easily feel small by the big personality in a small woman's body. Them. That can't and don't recognize tones and body language together when you're talking shit in Spanish or giving them a warning. But you don't scare me. I do not accept any of these as warnings. I need no protection from your sexuality or culture or you. Now everybody raise their hands, don't you? You know about the warnings, right? Like, you about that? All right. Just making sure. All right. So this piece, another piece I haven't done before. I mean, I did it at two days, but I'm still working on it. And like when that's the spot. And when I was writing this, it was after a conversation that sparked it, and then I realized I was talking to my shadow. And if you know anything about your shadow, it's like the lowest part of you, the scariest part of you, the part that reacts without thinking, the part of you that might not be the most brave. And then I realized I was writing for myself and everyone else. So I hope you like this. It's called Invitation. When Harriet comes and awakens you from a deep slumber, will you be ready to run? Will you waste time in search of shoes or food? Will you be the house Negro that gives her the food? Will you miss Massa before taking your first steps into freedom? I understand freedom ain't free, and to have autonomy is scary. But would you rather be enslaved and stylish or free and ragged? I choose the journey of only judge, but judge you not for your fear. Like our foremother, you must board this vessel terrified, with tears in your eyes and no one by your side. Sweet master must be abandoned along with the self she gifted you for Christmas, if you're ready to meet sovereignty. And honestly, I believe self-governance is worth the sacrifice, so never did I think twice about running barefoot into the night. Yes, we could be lynched, but last night we were raped, so what is this life without liberation? Just dedication to fields and a home we will never own. This ain't living. So to hell with the perturbation of dying. They say our people had wings, so let's go flying. Break these chains or die trying. You once asked to see the Underground Railroad, but yours is in the basement awaiting exploration of complexity, living in dual realities, an encaged mind, an indentured soul, and emancipated hands. Only parts of you are free. Your pretty mouth has never tasted liberty, but I promise you, it's tasty. I can't spoon feed you deliverance or promise you you're free from your selling, your mama and its trauma, but you and your offspring will be birthed into impunity, knowing only a bondage from the mouth of their mamas. The life you know on today will be the dark hallucinations of the generations that follow. Their genetic codes hold memories saturated in the travesties, but the unconscious mind will bear the brunt of their scars. Their freedom ain't free. It will cost you them pretty feet and miles on uneven grounds and might sleep in high trees. The way we survive, undoubtedly impressive, even to the colonizers who don't ever dare acknowledge our intelligence or ability to adapt and thrive. You may be breathing in this bag, but you are not alive. Now, you must decide. Will you sacrifice the future of your children for your complacency, leading ultimately to their demise? Or would you like your children on lease but never yours? Would you like them repossessed, though you will never possess? a birth bill of sale receipt. Would you prefer them sold over Lexington Market on the old auction block to the highest bidder? Will you decide to stay in bed and contemplate and hesitate, feet paralyzed with legs immobilized? Or will your feet transform into wings, take flight, and make haste into this night? Never mind. The shotgun barrel is aimed in your direction. Harriet is waving her weapon. You must decide. Run or die. Bang. Thank you. I'm back to work now, so if you need to holler at me for anything, come holler at me later. I'm gonna be around. All right. That part. Y'all could have told me I forgot this part. You could have said something.
Oh.
Guys, Akasha.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Natasha, the owner of Lucky's Treasures. I have your natural self-care, skin and hair care products over there. Come see me. I also just started my podcast, Talks with Goddess Akasha. Can be on YouTube. And Talks with Goddess Akasha podcast, and also it'll be on Anchor soon. First episode got aired yesterday, so yeah. I also make customized jewelry. I used to sell my jewelry on the table, but I decided to go custom only because I prefer to make one-of-a-kind pieces. So if y'all want some custom dope jewelry, hit me up. Let me work that out there. I do hair. I love it. It's one of my clients. The feature of my clients. So I also do natural hair, braids, locks, wigs, repairs, installations, all of those things. So come holler at me if you need those services as well. Anything else? All right. I don't have my book with me, but I also have a book that I'm Divine Path. So if you want to get a copy of it, let me know. They're only $15. Only $15. All right, so I got 2 pieces for y'all tonight. The first one I'm gonna do is called Damaged Goods. All right, right. Scarred in the worst way, yet I still smile. Letting nothing or no one tear my spirit down. I've been beaten and shamed, been a victim to someone else's pain, but I've also left scars. Broke someone else's smile. Since I have been treated so bad, I wanted to be someone else down. You ever been so angry that you hurt people before they hurt you? Want everyone you meet to walk a mile in your shoes? But really, what does that do? It just creates more hurt people to go hurt more people until it's full circle and back to you. Then what's your next move? How about you forgive and let go? Move on so you can grow. Grow roots so deep that you'll never be uprooted. Growing leaf after leaf until you know what your fruit is. Those scars you receive just mapped out your journey. It's up to you to find out where they'll come. I'm like stuck between you 2 people. All right. It's the one with the word. I'm gonna do. All right. So this piece is called Thinking. You make me think outside the box. You know, like cereal in a bowl. You make me think out of this world, like the universe and our souls. You make me think like, why does hot water turn cold? Let me think out. Let's think of how we can turn our pennies into gold. Unlock the keys to our souls. Oh, how our minds will unfold if we just think of all the possibilities that lie inside our facilities. Like how we reach our legacies, like creating money without killing trees, like how we can create food that doesn't cause disease. Let's just think of how we can stop black on black crime, stop each other from killing for dimes, stop cops from brutal killing, stop moms from crying. See, you make me think about how life can be rearranged. Let's put our minds together and think, because 2 minds are better than 1. With 2 minds, we can accomplish. With 2 minds, we can accomplish tons. So just think, if we all come together as one, what can be done? If we all really think.
right, so I had that feeling, right? We're about halfway through the bowl, which means we're about halfway through the show, which means my stomach is growling. I want to go choke.
Amen.
Right? So, what we're going to do is we're about to bless the food, all due respect to your personal preference for religion, politics, and all the stuff that you believe in. It matters to you, and it matters to me too. Okay? But just not right now. Right now, what we want to focus on is all the stuff that we got in common, okay? Now, I recognize COVID is real. People are sick and all the other stuff. Y'all are not because y'all RSVP and said y'all weren't. And if y'all died, well, to my knowledge, y'all not. And to my assurance, everyone said that they weren't sick, okay? But that's not the point. The point is, I want to respect boundaries and I want to respect your wellness, okay? In the days of old, we used to stand in a circle, hold hands, kumbaya, literally sometimes. But again, I'm respecting your health. So if you're actually sitting next to someone you're comfortable holding hands with, I'm asking you to do so. Grab their hand. If you're not, you can grab your own hand. If you want to grab my hand, I have hand sanitizer, so we can be friends. You know, we can do this every weekend. But the whole point is to have connectivity and to have, you know, the energy moving. Okay. Like I said, all due respect to all of that stuff that's important. In this moment, I want us to think about the stuff that connects us. We all believe we deserve good things, right? Yes. We all want good things to happen to us. Yes. Okay. And we all believe that sometimes we need a power that's greater than ourselves, right? Amen. Okay. So we just agreed 3 times in a row. And let's focus on that agreement as we call into the space, into the remainder of this evening, into the meal that we're about to receive, an abundance of favor and anointing. The way our bodies are blessed, our bodies are blessed, our minds are fed, and our souls are nourished. Amen? Amen. So here are the rules for the food. This is very, very important, okay? Because I have been cooking since yesterday. So I will not be serving you. You will be serving yourself. Which means we have to be responsible. I have provided gloves. Do not touch anything without the glove. That means do not grab your plate, do not grab your fork, do not grab anything until you have sanitized and gloved up, okay? Sanitize, then glove. Don't glove and sanitize. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. But sanitize and then glove, okay? It's plenty of food. However, let's be kind, okay? Let's be kind. It's more than just you here. Take a sample first, come back for second, okay? Gentlemen, because you are gentlemen and because I believe in letting gentlemen be gentlemen, all masculine and all that good stuff. And of course, masculine aligned energies. You feel me? We let our feminine and children go first. Okay? So women, children, and those who align with those things, okay? You are welcome to go first as and now. Gentlemen, we're gonna wait until they come back. Once you see the first woman come back, you can then line up as well. Okay. Vendors are available to you while you are eating. Please make sure you stop through, follow them, and all of this stuff. Thank y'all. DJ, take it away. Like for real, right? Like, I'm like, he asked me to find
Is there a restaurant?
Right.
I digress. Point being, listen, you talk about words, all the words. Listen, the way you make your music, he can use it. Okay. A lot of it, but you don't. And I know you're inside the state, so just if I need, any kind of conversation, I gotta have it. Oh, yeah. I mean, everything, the way my creation When I say love on, y'all say somebody. Love on somebody. Ooh, y'all sound good. Now, for those of you who couldn't say somebody because you're busy chewing, I'll say, Okay, I'm here for it, baby. I'm here for it. I hope y'all are enjoying it. So, right? I'm about to call our feature backs up for his main course, right? But before I do, I would like to remind you guys, Course for Dinner is absolutely free to you. It's not free to me. As I said a little bit earlier, I didn't say all that to, you gotta go outside. I didn't say all that to, like, make y'all feel bad, nothing like that. But I wanted y'all to understand what my reality looks a lot like. Right now, I'm gonna pass this gold around. Okay, if you are enjoying yourself, if you would like to support artists, if you would like to support free food, if you would like to support just loving on somebody, please make sure that you love on this bowl in any way, shape, or form that you can. And I mean that. That means if you only have, I hope she finds a millionaire that works her way and take care of everything, I accept that. Okay? Because they say where more than one are gathered, it shall happen. Okay? And if you gotta change, look, I got laundry to do. That works too. Okay? And we also have a dope feature who I would like to love on too. So make sure that y'all love on so we can love on you. Look, you're fine. Talking dirty. As my beautiful friend mentioned, I do have cash app, okay? That is $ Poets for Dinner, spelled grammatically correct. If you don't have cash, you can feel free to cash app. Again, that's $ Poets for Dinner, spelled grammatically correct. And I also take Zelle, cash, well, I say cash app, Zelle, PayPal, food stamps, all the other stuff, okay? PPP loans in your name. I know why you bought me. Because you went through what you went through and through the experiences that you now profit from rather than got stuck and they realize they're not equal. They are heartbroken that, let me rewind, sorry. I know why you bought the people. Because you went through what you went through and those experiences you now profit from rather than getting stuck and they realize that they are not equal. They are heartbroken that a choice did exist, that they chose to settle in their pain and they missed it. But you accepted your pain and reinvented a new way to rescue yourself and other men. You wear your shame like it's the only thing that matters. And learn to receive prosperity from their charity. You remind people of every flaw they refuse to accept. And you refuse to allow anyone to pronounce you and that you are a force to be reckoned with. And they know that the personal demons that they wrestled with couldn't handle your glow. Their way you shine and pay them no mind. Living fully and true to yourself, your presence in heaven gives them help. Your platform inspires an acceptance of your uniqueness that souls on fire, your peace sparks eternal wars. Forces people to question, what are they fighting for? How is it that you've endured and you was confident what your life had in store? Your faith shaped the dominant away. So make no mistake, just in minding your business, the internal revolutions inside it are endless. You are a living legend, and you're living how you're supposed to. As a living testimony of how God has chosen you to fulfill his promises of redemption and show that his favor holds no boundaries or exemptions. He takes the broken clay pot and piece them together. He takes coldness and turns it into warm weather. He pieces back together broken fragments of imagination, only to allow you to become greater than even your imagination. Stranger things have happened. The him taking the peasant and turning him into a king. The him taking the song and putting it inside of the voiceless and making that person sing. From him making the blind finally see. Or him waking up the light in me. You see, stranger things have happened. And I know why you make people uncomfortable. Because you are living proof that even if they are atheists, God doesn't exist. You are living proof that even if they hate love, they have to love what comes with it. You are proof that even when the dark days have you hiding in bathrooms, cutting wrists, and open air for vampires to drink, when it has you reevaluating the way that you think, when energy vultures are lurking like they do anyway, you are proof that there's another one. We got our main course. I just wanted to fill the noise, fill the space so that we are not reaching him while he's up here. And I want y'all to be sure that some love form. Clap it up. Oh wait, no, I promise y'all a real introduction. I promise you a real introduction. I did, and I had one. So this gentleman, right? He is so dope. Y'all so say, how dope is he? All right. I'm about to write this. I'm only thinking so dope. He is so dope that he actually has his own podcast. Okay. And what you know, somebody that I know is featured on it. You know, I ain't, saying the names and whatnot. However, he's going to give you a little bit more information on his podcast, which broadcast on Saturday. No, on there. Right, he's going to talk about it. And in addition to that, he's also has traveled and performed on so many different stages. He has literally set pins on fire, or maybe not literally, but we did set some stuff on fire when we went to Ocean City, and that does count. And that was literally, okay. And that does count. So when I tell you that, it was an honor to have him featured because we actually were supposed to go back to Ocean City and he was going to feature there, but like you like him, and you know what's my second favorite dirty word? It's okay. You understand? It does something. I said, look, y'all, I want you to understand how rich you are and how much I wanted us to go and I wanted to make you with the way like it's okay. And like all jokes aside, for real, the real reason why I wanted to feature him is because he only knows this thing for like one day. When I first met him, it was literally at the artist retreat. We came back from the artist retreat and everything was nice for a while and then reset, right? And I was literally driving in the middle of the night, not knowing where I was going. I think I was at that point 15 minutes out of Pittsburgh, and I had no idea how I got there. And like, ironically, I think he had hit me up about like the next trip or something that I was going to do, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not even here right now. And most people would have just been like, oh well, that's crazy. Nice seeing you. Talk to you later. Instead, what he did was he actually talked to me and stayed on the phone with me and talked about it. And I'm really, really grateful for that because I don't know where I would have ended up had anything else happened. So one of the things that's important to me is that when people show up for me, that I try to show up for them. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, to the top of my soul, for always showing up, even when you didn't know that you need to show up. So I want y'all to love on and clap it up for my baby father, alone
I am so happy that I don't have an ego. One, because the best poem of the night, your favorite poem of the night, might not be any of mine. And two, the best performance of the night, Grace is killing everybody right now. So this is what I'm here to do now. Trying to show up. Shouldn't be. Absolutely, you have. I said, Jupiter left Earth when he said no portion of control. Love poet told us how the Jamaican got her in a chokehold. MC Bros wordplay is dirty as can be. Young Prince learned who the fuck he is way earlier than me.
Hey!
A glowing poet reminded me that I should be humble, so I don't be humble. Grace tried to make all of my cheese mo crumble in coward. Fucking with all our thugs. TKO knocked it out in the second round and got us Akasha Gotcha with words and words. Go check her out. So we had before and after me 8 people. It's quite a number. Now I'm about to say some crazy shit that even makes Stevie wonder. I said I'm an asshole.
Me too.
They said I'm an asshole. And they right. They say I have a genuine spirit. And they right. They say that dude is hilarious. And at that time, they was probably right. They say, oh boy, is corny. Well, at that time, they was probably right. They get mad and say, that's why he got a little. They say he thinks he knows everything. Well, I guess I didn't address that other one. See, everything's not like poets for dinner and free. Some women would tend to get in, 9 to get inside it. Me not knowing what my wallet is, I ain't even got that on me. So maybe they right. But they say he think he knows everything, and that's where they got it wrong. Quote, when 2 people meet, there's really 6 people present. Each man as he sees himself, each man as the other person sees him, and each man as he really is. It's from William J. The problem is, people might see me at an open mic. They might see me at work. They might see me put their legs back where their ears are. Now, all of a sudden, they think they know me. I was like to sneak that one like that.
Run it back, I said.
I said, the problem with dating is they might see me at an open mic. They might see me at work. They might see me have their legs back where their ears are. Now, all of a sudden, they think they know me. But any of y'all who thinks what they know is good, don't you know good? No, really, about me, don't you know? No? Good, I tell you. I am socially loud, lyrically outspoken, and quiet. Nigga. I'm a public mental health advocate and private, nigga. And I choose to be humble, so I don't be humble. Showing deference, because respectfully, I already know I'm that nigga. So up here, we not competing with each other, we achieving with each other. I'm honored to be at this table eating with these brothers and our mothers. biological or not, y'all are raised in the culture, and raised in the culture. That is a card on the wall. That's the real. Raised in the culture. Meanwhile, we got these white people putting raisins in it. So let's rewind back to remind facts that, nigga, I'm that. We got these respectability politicians trying to police my verbiage. Why is that? Because of what they might think? See, I reject that perception as reality. Because reality, like 2 weeks ago, I had one of the worst performances in a few years. Fortunately, I know that's not really me. Now, if you happen to hear every single performance I ever did, well, that would be unfortunate too, because some of those suck. But you would still only know me as a poet. See, there's the IT profession, the Q, the tutor, the teacher, the father, the lover, and the friend. I embody wit, sarcasm, intellect, passion, the calm, the storm. Oh yeah, the nerd. The nerd. How did I almost forget that? And let me not forget that bipolar, that's not an excuse. It may or may not be the proper diagnosis. I just know this. That version of me has an aversion to serving the purpose of a person who is essentially worthless and no longer. What I'm saying is the least relevant people will have the most audacity. And they don't know when to stop. That's cool. I stop. And now they say I went too far. But they right back in the place they needed to stay in the lane they need to remain in. See, my toxic trait is I'm like weed, I can feed off the negative energy. Now, growth is with the help of weed, I can wean off eventually because they won't maintain long enough to sustain. One spill is all it takes to leave a mark, but one wash can remove the stain. I'm a professional with profundity and profanity. And my light shines pretty bright. I'm not being overconfident. I'm just super saiyan, and I write like I'm not too intelligent for my audience. So y'all gonna keep proving me right. What's happening? All right, so that one, 2021 was a really good year, poetically, and that poem probably was at the end of November, October. This next poem started off my 2022, and if I'm not mistaken, the first time I performed it was here. The second time was Poetry Party. So Baltimore helped, make sure that one was right. That one goes. There's a lot of. Why don't you, for motherfuckers who don't do anything for it, literally and figuratively. So literally is how I will condescend because I can descend into the swamp when provoked. I ain't no killer. Just don't push me. Some of these idiots have absolutely nothing for me, and especially that. That's a little extra. So, and it's kind of ludicrous. If I'm disturbing the peace, then pardon me. But when I got to hear why'd you have to say that from the same person that couldn't bear to let peace be a part of me? I see. They need to be a part of me. So that contact, that's a waste of space, needs to be placed in a wastebasket. 3 dots, delete off into the trash, and that's it. So there's a lot of, I think that you shouldn't, from people who shouldn't think. They definitely shouldn't think that I think what they think matters. And opinions are like assholes. So they should aim and take theirs towards sphinx. And enter and turn. And in turn, those actions would be way worth more than their worthless words. And maybe I sound concerned. If so, I've had it up to here because they weren't willing to add here, or add here, or add here. There's a lot of, well, I wouldn't have done that. For people who hadn't done anything. Haven't done much of anything. So of course they wouldn't have done that. They haven't done that. which might require that, which they wouldn't have done. And on social media, it's easy to get on and go on about what others should do. Meanwhile, Internet Erica Badu, your $3 and $6, not metaphorical. Neither one of us is blowing smoke. There's a lot of all you have to do is when all you have is really registered under your children. Don't ask me to chill when I'm willing to stand 10 toes down on the words that I speak. The ones really doing the most are hiding behind an IP. And this is why I like your poem. They're lacking both intellect and property. And that low point is not the start of a coincidence. All right, now, for all you that say all you have to do is, please make sure all you have is in hand when the due dates, bills due dates are right. I know a lot of people feel like they need to be right, but you can't cash checks with rights. So to those types, I won't say all you have to do better. Just wonder why you won't. Now, for this crowd, hear me out loud, maybe being a little outlandish. I'm just expressing my opinion as allowed. Yes, I let this aggressive lesson build like a legion, but please believe, despite the internet references, there is no shade room. There might be more than a few minds and mouths. Somewhere along these lines is spelled something along the lines of, he ain't talking to me. And I surely hope I wasn't. Plus, it's a big difference between niggas who steadily do it and just having a moment. If I condone it, when I'm on that bullshit, I own it. So let's be real. Y'all know who this message was meant for. Now, some of them ain't here to hear it. So y'all know who this message could be sent for. So if it ended up being extra poets for dinner, we can take these leftovers for a few of you to use. So that you deal with the inevitable of the bull. Don't let your etiquette go, because alone did that. So hopefully you won't have to go for it. So y'all stay easy. I'll just sit. Thank you. All right. The energy, the fellow performers, this is why I do what I do. So to the culture, I appreciate the encouragement. I don't consider them platitudes. I will never stop showing gratitude, but this one's dedicated to unnecessary attitudes. Those who put the dis in discouragement meant when I was in the middle of it, I had to pull courage out of it. And for a while, I was out of it. Dealing with people, dealing with women who would rather suck me dry than to suck me. Tragedy. Now, self-accountability helped me identify the bad in me. So gradually, like, why the fuck am I even around these negative sources to drain my battery? See, these spoken word platforms are like a portable charger that I gladly travel to. Just because I can put quality shit together doesn't mean I don't unravel something. And the claps and the snaps, they're cool, but there's plenty in the vicinity that don't consider me an ample dude. And it wasn't long ago where my feet was dragging as transportation on some yabba dabba. Now, due to trials and tribulations that didn't kill me, come back stronger with the force to kill monger. So, if I'm not gonna say this, only you knew how much I do. Love to count on Monte Cristo. These niggas act like they want problems, and congratulations, now they have an issue. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do they think was gonna happen. But then I'm like, why am I assuming everything? So PSA, you can avoid pissing off a poet. It's probably a good idea. Set some things, have some water players. I'm gonna run that one back. If you can avoid pissing off a poet, it's probably a good idea. Tell me out with this one. If she said, hit him with that good, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. That line's fire. And if you a fan, rock to it. Hypothetically speaking, the young lady who gave up her whole butthole to the dude while he was still job hunting probably should sit down. And meanwhile, these days, I'm making whatever. Happily spending that and my time way more wise. And I see, again, y'all eyes. And that was a little extra too. Thing is, it's up, and it's up, and it's up, and it's stuck for some motherfuckers in trust. I actually couldn't rate nor recite enough venomous intention for those who say they want to smoke. The only thing that's really stopping that is my positive progress. But I confess, with 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and 12 months in a year, I'd be dishonest if I promise never to sink into this water again. Once again, I ain't a killer. Just don't push me. Revenge is just the sweetest joy next to getting unemployed. So y'all gotta do what works best for you. That's for me. I cuss a deserving motherfucker out. That's released. So, shout out to the many people that contributed to the lunatic villain origin story. But I have enough material. So, they don't have much else for me. I really don't have nothing else for them. I just talk shit about them to entertain y'all. So, I hope I entertained y'all. That's peace. All right, good news. No, we've been wild, a little bit, probably everything. So we're gonna start bringing that down. We're gonna bring the plane down a little bit. All right. So this one's story time. I said this is a false story about a true person, because you never truly know a person. And in this day and age of attention seeking, it's almost surprising to find low profile folk. I mean, maybe it shouldn't, because they are out there. But then again, that's the point. Would a group of modest people tell you that they're modest? So this is a real person, a woman, beautiful, intelligent, ambitious, humorous. Do that Eminem Santa Claus commercial. They do exist. Now, her sense of humor, unlikely to match your impression of her when you first observe her, either in person or on a profile picture, during which you create a whole story about her. Most of it is pulled from the pool of people that you already know in order to formulate your narrative. And then there are the assumptions that are wildly inaccurate because you don't know this person. Now, her shape commands the thumb through the thesaurus to paint the proper picture. Big isn't sufficient. It's pretty deplorable to say enormous, and then she got a fat ass isn't flattering. So let's just say her shape is voluptuous, which should just be its definition, but is also representing a bullseye for bullshit that comes with unwanted attention. And wanted attention. The attention for being something that others want, even though they're in no position to have, and have no intention to qualify for it. Y'all know those types. The ones that want you to accept them for who they are, but expect you to change for their benefit. Now, for her benefit, she wears a mask, like many Black people, like many people of color whose look doesn't fit Hollywood stereotypes. And it's not just pop culture. Our own communities, analysts are catalysts for a lot of this, but I'm not even talking about that right now, like actually constantly. But I actually might be talking about that. See, maybe her mask applies as makeup to escape the racial construct aimed at her foundation. Now, it's not genetics, but when the world learns she was Black, she was born with it. So even if she doesn't stumble, she may be lean. Peace weighing on while she's expected to stay strong Black woman like pizza, but not tower over toxic masculinity, because a woman's worth is determined by whether she's deserving of marriage. Okay. So maybe Blurred serves as an honest version of her impersonating a person who the world would hold in high esteem. So her iron is that I esteem the wrinkle out, the outfit that she wears out to fit in among fiction because the reality of her depiction. Where's her thing? Or maybe she's just like Spider-Man. I don't know her. All right. So the point is, art imitates life, and then life imitates art. So this was my piece about a masterpiece, a finished art, about a work of art who's still a work in progress. That's my piece. All right, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Hope you enjoyed your main course and your main course. All right, so we're going to keep it moving, I think, is that? I should pick
They trying to keep the show going.
Right. I'm here, but I'm seeing who's putting their names in. I'm hearing what I've heard so far. I'm enjoying it.
Just so y'all know, my business is still back there.
Right.
We have, edibles with trees to do. She got specials coming up, okay? On February 21st, she's actually going to April. April, sorry, I'm all on the wrong line, sorry. April 21st, there we go, April 21st, okay? However, Valentine's Day, she has some Valentine's specials coming up. She got cookies, drinks, and she passed up like, I think these
That's right.